Good afternoon. My name is John Syracuse, and I'm a member of the Niagara County Legislature. Many of the members of the Niagara County Legislature are gravely concerned by the actions of the New York State Assembly over the past 2 months. A collection of radical anti-gun bills has been introduced by the Assembly's majority, all with the blessings of Assembly Speaker Sheldon Silver, a Manhattan liberal whose record with regard to upstate New Yorkers' rights is less than stellar. In typical Albany fashion, the Assembly will hold, probably sometime in April, an anti-gun day, putting on a big show for their downstate constituents. They'll ram through one piece of anti-gun legislation after another. The problem is, though, you can't be anti-gun without being anti-sportsmen and anti-Second Amendment. And here in Niagara County, we value our sportsmen and women, and we believe in the Constitution as it is written. Consequently, I and a number of my colleagues in the county legislature will be introducing Tuesday night 3 resolutions opposing several of these anti-gun bills that are now in the Assembly. We are studying the full slate of anti-gun bills, and I anticipate that we will, at subsequent meetings, pass additional resolutions opposing various anti-sportsmen and women and anti-Second Amendment bills being taken up in the legislature. Please understand, we are not reflexively opposed to any law that actually makes our citizens safer, but the current crop of Assembly bills don't appear to do that. All they seem to do is create new taxes for gun owners and gun dealers in the form of fees for various transactions and to place really obnoxious restrictions on gun owners. From our county government's point of view, one of the worst is a bill that would require renewal of pistol permits every 5 years. Currently, pistol permits are issued for the lifetime of the pistol permit holder, provided they don't have any tangles with the law. If they do run afoul of the law, those permits are promptly yanked. The system works and has worked just fine for Niagara County's 26,000 pistol permit holders. But under this radical new measure Albany is proposing, pistol permit holders would have to, every 5 years, undergo a painful, multi-month investigation of their background and also pay for it. We also oppose, tomorrow night, 2 other measures. One that will place extreme new restrictions on the legal transfer of long guns between adults, treating the sale of one rifle from another owner as some sort of gun show, subject to intense state regulations. For our fire halls and American Legion posts out there that enjoy the benefits of annual gun raffles, this would be a boondoggle that would kill one of their best fundraisers. Beyond that, though, it would treat law-abiding citizens like criminals. A third proposed law from Albany that this county legislature will oppose would seek to make New York's laws regarding magazine-fed rifles and shotguns, already the most restrictive in the nation, even more restrictive, basically making it illegal for private citizens to own much more than a bolt-action rifle. These bills in our state legislature are wrong-headed. Frankly, they show us that the Assembly leadership have their priorities far out of line, when they should be focusing on New York's massive budget gap. We, of course, don't share their zeal to repeal our citizens' rights. I want to thank our County Clerk, Wayne Jagow, who, like this legislature, is concerned about the radical proposals to require pistol permit renewals, as well as my colleagues John Soretto of Lewiston, Rick Updegrove of Lockport, who worked closely with me in crafting this legislation, and our colleague from across the aisle, Kyle Andrews of Wilson, who shares many of our concerns and joined with us in drafting our resolution opposing pistol permit renewals. Lastly, I do want to thank my good friend John Butcher from the Niagara County Federation of Conservation Clubs for his hard work on this issue and for the expertise he has provided us in preparing these resolutions. Now it gives me great honor to introduce to you John Butcher.
Thank you, Legislator Syracuse. Again, my name is John Butcher. I'm the current president of the Niagara County Federation of Conservation Clubs, an organization in Niagara County that represents 27 affiliated conservation and sportsmen's organizations and over 5,000 members. We're very pleased to offer our support behind these pro-Second Amendment, pro-sportsmen's legislation that Syracuse, Soretto, Updegrove, and Andrews are drafting. There seems to be a great debate on whether the Second Amendment and the right to own a firearm is a right of an individual, but if you study the Constitution and look at what our forefathers' writings always say, I think there's a specific reason that they put the Second Amendment into the Bill of Rights, and by placing it in the Bill of Rights guarantees that it was a right of an individual. And I know the sportsmen that we represent in the community are going to be very excited about this legislation. I'd like to say that the citizens of Niagara County are fortunate to have legislators who share the same values as our forefathers, willing to draft legislation that will help preserve and protect the rights. These rights were given to the people as guaranteed in the Constitution of the United States and in the Bill of Rights with the Second Amendment. Thank you.
Thank you very much, John. Thank you.